Welcome to Showtime 49. Welcome to Showtime 49.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back. We got week 1 just finished, just in the books. Man, I mean, it was an amazing thing to see Jordan Mason, man. I was like, right off the jump, I just got to talk about my guy. Like, his whole journey, just in general. And for him to come on the team the way that he did, took his very, very, very minimal snaps that he would get, even though all of us saw that we wanted Jordan Mason to play a little bit more. Take a little bit of the steam off Christian McCaffrey. But, we didn't get a chance to see that too often. Of course, we would all love to see CMC tonight, but honestly, it was pretty clear we didn't need him. And he got a chance to rest a little bit more so he can be ready for later on in the season like we really need him to be, especially for us people with fantasy football like me, because I picked him number 1. So that's the easy L for me this week. But it's cool because we all know at the end of the season, that's all that really matters. Anyway, Jordan Mason coming out there with over 140 yards. I don't know if it's myself or some of my family and everything, but that man was looking like Marshawn Lynch for real. My cousin said that right out the gate. Like, the way that he runs with a purpose. He runs north and south, and he does it with vision and makes quick cuts on top of that. Yes, he was following his blockers, but this man was hitting every hole that he needed to. Pause. And he was still getting positive yardage no matter what. The dude was not falling backwards, like our recently inducted to the Hall of Fame, Niners Hall of Fame, Frank Gore, another person that used to never get tackled backwards, never would go backwards. Jordan Mason is just like that as well. I mean, the dude was going off. He was clearly the MVP of our offense today. And who would have thought that? I mean, I'm just so happy for him in his first start to have that many yards and 28 carries. He's never had that many carries in his entire life. At least dating back to college, he never even had that many attempts. So for him to come out here on his debut out of nowhere for us, he said that he knew on Friday. I wish they would have came out with that a little sooner, but we know why they don't. Schemes, whatever you playing against, whatever. So can nobody prepare for him? I get it. But for him to come out there still on short notice and perform the way that he did, he literally put the Jets down. Like, he was about 20, 22 yards away from having just as many yards as Aaron Rodgers had passing. This man Jordan Mason did that on the ground. That's incredible. So that's something that we should definitely be proud about, looking up to. Hopefully Kyle Shanahan takes some of that pressure off CMC. Hopefully he can not necessarily split the carries, but put our guy in every now and then. He runs hard. Like, get him the ball when we're in the red zone, when we're on the goal line. Like, let that man go in there. Let him do what he do. Cause he's coming at you. He's not afraid of anything. I mean, he popped so many people today. It seemed like every time he go forward, he popping somebody and they flying backwards. So I'm super, super happy about Jordan Mason. I'm super proud of him. And he definitely carried our offense tonight to get that W against Aaron Rodgers. Another thing I want to talk about is our defense. Now, we came out the game looking pretty good. Our defense came out doing their thing. Now, that touchdown drive, Garrett Wilson was a third down monster. Like, every single time it was third down. And it's not like it was like 3rd and 1 or 2 and short. Like, it was nothing like that. It was 3rd and 7, third and even more than that. And he's coming out there making big catch after big catch after big catch, and they just drive down the field. And they score. I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna have to get a hold on this if we plan on doing something nice today. And they did. They locked in. We didn't see too much of that anymore. Dang near for the rest of the night. Like he still had a couple more catches, but it wasn't as impactful as clearly because we just literally started to dominate the game. Like those first couple of possessions, we had about 11 yards. They had up 70 plus. And then after that, it was the one stat that I saw. We at one point we had 400, and it was at 170 something, 180 something. Like we just totally dominated the game. I think Kyle Shanahan called a great game, and I think him and Jordan Mason's trust today took levels higher. I'm sorry, you see my wrist. I broke my wrist, but that's a whole nother story. Anyway, there the trust that Kyle Shanahan has in Jordan Mason now has to be through the roof. It has to change up his game plan. It has to change up his scheming. So that way, these other teams that are coming to face us, if it's not so heavily Christian McCaffrey, now they got to prepare for two legit running backs. That's tough. That's tough. And as smart as Kyle Shanahan is, I'm pretty sure that he's going to use that to his advantage. For example, there was a play earlier where Brock Purdy missed use check on a little wheel route. He went all the way up. It was wide open. I know Shanahan saw that because he sees like everything down there. We all know this. Just a few plays later, he made sure that Juszczyk got seen. He sent him on the opposite side of the field. Wasn't the same exact route, but he still sent him to the outside. And the Jets defense didn't pay attention to him the first time around. So this second time around, why not give it a try? Brock Purdy throws a dot. Boom. Works out perfectly. So to me, I felt like Shanahan is, I mean, it's just the first game, don't get me wrong. And I'll be on his helmet when he be messing up. But I feel like he did good tonight, especially given the circumstances where we actually could have had more points than we did. But, we early in the season and Jake Moody came through for us. We only had one heart attack today. Hit the goalpost. One heart attack. I'm cool with that. I'm all right with that because honestly, he did a really good job. So I'm hoping I can be more consistent and we can start to have more trust in him because we all know our trust is real wavy when it comes to that guy. But good job tonight. Keep that up, Jake. We we need to see that. Um, 49 defense, like I said, they locked in, and Diamondor Lenore, man, the interception, of course, it was created by him. I mean, for him to dive in at the exact moment that he did, like that was an amazing play. Hell of a play on defense. Got that ball in the air, boom, he get the interception. I hope Flanagan fouls. I hope he takes that ball home with him because he intercepted Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? Like we all know that that's a future Hall of Famer, and everybody don't have to have a chance to pick off Aaron Rodgers, even though it wasn't direct, but it was because of that good defense that was there. So good job on that. Ooh, Brock Purdy. Hey man, that dude seems more poised this year. He seems like he's ready to take another step. Of course, it wasn't like the greatest game ever for him, but he took a step in the right direction to me. I don't know if it's me, but when he's in that pocket now, it seems like he's standing tall in that pocket, like Tom Brady used to do. Am I calling him Tom Brady? No, don't even try it. But he's standing tall in there, which means he's confident, he's comfortable in there. We all know he's poised. And to me, he's still throwing dots. He's throwing amazing balls out there. I mean, Brandon Ayuk, he dropped that one in the end zone. That was a perfectly placed ball. Absolutely perfectly placed ball. And he just dropped it. But I'm definitely proud of what I'm seeing with Brock so far. And I know once Christian gets back and our offense is really rolling, like I said, this is week one. So usually you might start out a little rusty. I don't think we did fully. I think we overall played a good game all the way around. And I'm pretty confident about what I'm seeing so far. Even watching the rest of the league yesterday, it looked like there's some teams out there that's gonna be causing some noise. So it was nice to see that we can still go out there against a Hall of Fame quarterback and still win the game pretty comfortably. So just real nice to see that, man. I'm so proud to see my guys. I'm so glad to be back on this show. I'm looking forward to have a great season out here. So hopefully y'all still keep rocking with me, and we gonna keep this thing tight, man. All right, y'all. I'm gonna holla at y'all on the next one.